Teens have a lot to deal with today: anxiety, depression, and social media. In this video, I'm going to share with you my number one tip for helping your teenager deal with disappointment. Hey, what's up everybody? Rahz Slaughter here from RahzSlaughter.com and author of Student Success Secrets. And if this is your first time to the channel, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoy the video and the content that's here on the channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss a tool or tip or training that I provide for teens, parents, and educators. I'm teaching teens how to overcome obstacles and turn those obstacles into an opportunity. So let's get into today's video, and I'm going to share with you 3 specific tips on how to deal with disappointment. And before I get into those tips, disappointment is something that we all are going to have to deal with in life, especially as parents and as adults. And as a teen, the challenge is they don't understand specifically how to deal with them, or they haven't developed coping mechanisms. And more importantly, they think that that is the biggest thing that's happening in their world because that's all they're focusing on. See, if you focus all your energy on the pain, you're going to attract more of that. Energy goes where emotion flows. So if you're giving the motion towards that pain, you're going to exacerbate it and make it even bigger. So if you're a parent, how do you help your teens overcome disappointment? I can tell you that this morning, my son, who was excited about getting on the basketball court as a varsity player, he's been training for about 10 days with the varsity team, and he thought he was dressing for tonight's game. Unfortunately, he got the text and he's disappointed. His head was down, his shoulders were slumped, he started breathing differently at breakfast, and I knew I had an instant moment that I had to step in there, shift his state, and share with him a couple of ways that he could empower himself and make sure that he didn't allow this to pull him down and break his spirit, right? The number one thing I wanted to do, if you're a parent, I want you to think about opening the conversation with your teen or your student if you're an educator. And more importantly, this is asking them, how do you feel? What are you experiencing? And then allow them to tell you exactly what's going on internally in their body. And then you got to give them a story or an analogy specifically about a time that you were able to overcome a challenge in your life and you were moving forward. Because you got to remember, teens are going to believe that the pain is exactly that. Painful. It's an experience that they'll never overcome. It's ruining their life because this is the only thing that they're focusing on, right? Number 2, it will be temporarily. Let them know that pain will go away, the stress, the disappointment will go away, and something new will come in, but you want them to understand it is their mindset, the 6 inches between their ears, that will let them dictate whether they allow it to pull them down or they can thrive and move forward. So pain, temporary, as well as disappointment, temporary. Let them know that and fill them in on why that is. And then again, stories tell, facts sell, right? So tell a story about exactly when it was a time in your life you had to overcome something. For me, I was born with my right leg shorter than the other. I have no quadricep or hamstring. I've dealt with disappointment my entire life. And one of the biggest disappointments is when I thought I was going to play basketball in high school, I realized that A, I'm 5'2", too short, and I wasn't gonna make the team. So I had to find another outlet, and that leads me to my third and very important tip. You need to find things that they're talented at. And as I was sharing with you in my story, I didn't make the basketball team, but I did go out for the wrestling team. And I found a coach who wanted to mentor me, and he shared with me some of the different success principles that will allow me to not only deal with disappointment, but thrive and become successful in that sport. I found my sport, and by finding my sport, I found my confidence, and I learned how to deal with disappointment, whether it was losing a match, getting a bad grade, or just not feeling my best, right? So if you can help your child find something that they're great at naturally, maybe it's tennis, maybe it's chess, maybe they are really good writers, and then you want to make sure that you lift them up, you encourage them to do that thing, but more importantly, you always give them praise. This is so important in that adolescent life of going from a child to a teenager to a young adult. And if we do this more as parents, we're going to see our kids have more confidence, more self-respect, and more importantly, self-esteem. I hope this video has helped you, and if it has, great. Hit that like button, subscribe so that you get future notifications for the videos that I'll be sharing. And more importantly, I got a question for you. Which of those 3 tips you feel would help impact your child today? Was it number 1, number 2, or number 3? In the comment box below, let me know. I can't wait to see what your thoughts are on this topic of dealing with disappointment. It's something that as an adult, I know we all have to do. And as a teenager, if you allow them to inspire and motivate them to do it, they're gonna thrive and not just survive. My name is Rahz Slaughter from RahzSlaughter.com. I look forward to helping you build motivated, optimistic teens all day, every day.